Thank you once again for taking the time out of your busy schedules. A lot of the things happening around and within you, around and within me. I hope you find it useful to at least have a respite, a short break in that churn and constant stream of mostly negative things happening today. But just remember, there are positive things for us not maybe to revolve around or spin around, but at least to identify, acknowledge, and appreciate. It might just change your perspective on this present moment from the ones prior. Can it impact the ones going forward? Possibly. However, the best I can do right now is to help you change your perspective on this present moment. The next ones can't affect those. But what I hope to have you experience and for me to share with you is something positive, if only for 500 seconds, but hopefully just enough not to tease you or to change your life, just to change your perspective on what you have and not what you want. So, what time is 8:20? I know I've said that many times at the end of an episode, it's always 8:20, but what time is 8:20? Even though there is a cute way to describe that to you, and I'll probably get to it eventually, but 8:20 means it's time for purpose. That really, in a simple definition, is what 8:20 means. It's a reference to purpose and fire, or the light in us, within us, and between us. That's also inspired by Mr. Marcus Aurelius's timeless wisdom. A blazing fire makes flame and brightness out of everything that is thrown into it. Also, a few days ago, I recited and recalled the Tamba 6 words on the question of purpose, of why I am here. And as I said before, I had actually asked him that question a few years ago, and gave me his response was 6 words, no more, no less. Go, ask no question, and die. How's that for simplicity and no fluff? And with your one simple and protected light glowing within you and I, how's that for simplicity, but how to look at that light inside of you, that flame, that inspiration burning inside of you and I at the same time? That to me is our remembrance, our guidance, our clarity, our searchlight, if you will. A searchlight in that darkness or even the brightness of the day and the night that can blind us from outside. But that light inside is persistent. You are that flame. You are that brightness, the light that illuminates, that can show you who and what you are. Open your eyes. Open your soul and then your mind to that light. Yes, you can hide and duck into the dark corners and alleys for safeties and for your ego. Or you can choose to accept the brightness within you and then expose your perfect to yourself, to your creator, and to others. Did I say perfect again? Yeah, I did. The perfect and the perfect flaws that we tend to hide from ourselves. Sometimes we become even afraid, in fear, to embrace the perfect that we are from birth. Our limited time on this earth, and in these 500 seconds, remember to address, to confirm, to announce, to pronounce your message, your purpose. It is easy to ignore or relegate that focus to later or to tomorrow or to anywhere else but right now. No, you don't have to spin or agonize over what you feel you have missed or you don't have. But you do have a purpose and reason to exist here now. But also, what insisted that you exist here? What inspired your presence here? If you were insisted to be here, like right now, I'm here, you're here. My voice, your ears. We're here right now. Something insisted for us to be here. But what inspired your presence here and now? Yeah, I know. Another question I'm bringing up for your hopefully nutritional digestion. However, I cannot give you an answer or the answer. I only suggest that you ask yourself that question and then observe what you sense in your being from your heart and mind when you form that question, that organic question, that sincere, genuine, original, and curious question to yourself. Easy or not, we each have a life to live and a purpose to give and to share. I don't think or observe that any of us come into this world to confuse or to create or produce chaos. Yes, many of us do that. I just propose that we did not do that intentionally or from the original design of our intent. But unfortunately, somewhere shortly after birth, our resilience of courage, meaning humility and confidence, got overwhelmed by that vanity thing, that realm and world and family of ego and fear. That easy street called vanity seemed to reward us more directly and immediately than the narrow, high path called courage. On the Vanity Boulevard, people knew us, had lots of friends on that wide open road, parties and way stations, and plenty of stuff to enjoy. But on that harder, uncharted trail, no one seemed to notice. Only a few people we ever saw on that route. There was no applause, no external assistance, all from that lonely soul on that not even a road yet. It was a path. It was a trail. The confidence and humility, the courage to continue on that path required diligence, commitment, resilience to proceed, not to win per se, but to deliver on your purpose, deliver to yourself, to your Creator, then to others, to this now, to the end. The end. If you need more on this topic and on resilience, head over to 820podcast.com. But until we meet there, stay present, stay current, and do remember, the time is purpose, and it is always 820.